Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to morning Monday. Welcome back to morning. That's the way I love to be here on Monday mornings. Quiet, the birds are chirping, trash truck is coming by. Anonymous player, question. Our old anonymous player? Oh my god. Chess noob. Chessy noob's challenging to the wrong time control. That's Friday's time control. What's up, Acerbate? Glad to have you with us. Oof, last night was rough. I couldn't fall asleep because of my time, my schedule, and I ended up drinking some wine and staying up till like 4 a.m. being really, really pumped up, but then I went to sleep. It's really late, so I couldn't sleep enough. Monday morning is rough. I feel like I have jet lag. I've got to make a video later, or I've got to make a recording later today for chess lecture. I'm not feeling it. You talk to yourself. I agree. Alright, so anonymous player, Sung Prism, and Chessy Noob. Acerbate, get in the queue. Anonymous player, I don't know why the red question mark bothers me. You gotta find something better. I understand it's relevant. As an anonymous player, it's trying to come up with something good. Who's this anonymous player anyway? What? There was another anonymous player with a double question mark. If you play e4, e5 and want to play for a win, the question is, how can you do that? I should play Sicilian. Petrov is like unwinnable for black. Wow, Grady's here. Grady, I guess you're not in the U.S. For some reason, I assumed that. Okay, rook e1 is a very logical move, but it does leave f2 a little bit weak. So, knight g4 is nothing, but it could be later. This could be relevant at a later date, I guess. So I usually don't play rook e1 there, when I'm white. I don't think that e4 is really that takeable. Got to school in an hour. I got jet lag. Feels like. Alright, so I was thinking maybe Tuesday we should have, we need more people. And so I was thinking maybe Tuesday we should have an open, once a month, an open arena or something to encourage more people. I know it'll be kind of chaotic. Tuesday nights I do a tournament on the stream. It'll be chaotic. There'll be cheaters. Yeah. Anyway, I'm playing Archangel's defense here. I'm just waking up. I feel like this is one of the best ways to play the Royal Pez with black. It's not too dry, not too passive. There are Q. Q is a very English word. Well, I wouldn't say it's better or worse, but I would say it's less passive. I mean, you're less cramped. There's a big difference between having your bishop on c5 and having it on e7. I feel like I'm having some sort of claustrophobic attack when I'm playing the black side of the Briar or Chigorin. Claustrophobia. Can I do this? H6, D4, Bishop B6. It's kind of slow. I had the game with Mr. Slow yesterday and became a Roy Lopez type position, as you saw, and I hate playing those kind of positions, but he quickly went wrong, playing the middle game, losing his dark square bishop. Okay, Mr. Slow made some mistakes in that Roy Lopez like structure. Should be good for white, actually. He did a really good job to hang on. That was our longest game, of course. One of the longest games I've ever played here, over 100 moves. Rook and bishop versus rook. Marcelo, you didn't stay for the end, right? Well, it was interesting because, I was able to push him almost to the side of the board. The problem was, and I realized this afterward, you frustrated? No. The problem was with this rook and bishop versus rook was that he had me all the way back on the other side. His king was up on like the 5th or 6th rank. So by the time I started the process of trying to win with rook and bishop versus rook, the fact that he's on my like 6th rank with his king, practically, it took that much longer for me to like push him back to his side of the board. So by the time I got to an interesting position where he has to be accurate, I was like hitting the 50 move rule. So it would have been interesting if it would be more interesting if I was closer to his side of the board when it started. I had never really thought about, that being a factor, but it kind of is, if you start the rook and bishop versus rook ending, where the guy isn't like way up on your side of the board, it's actually a little awkward, for him. Anyway, like, it would be nice to know the theory here, which I don't. I mean, I'm at the end of my book, basically. I'm like in a late 80s chess engine or something. My book ends at around move 10. So I see this bishop, and I like its ability to move in either direction. Did I drop something yet? No? Belyaevsky used to play the Archangels with black. It was very popular like 15 years ago. Hikaru, of course. Aronian played it quite a bit. And then it sort of like fizzled a little bit. So you don't see it as much. But I don't know why. I guess there's maybe some lines that are problematic for black. But it's like most people don't know the first thing. Anonymous player. Now, I can't remember if we had rook b8. I think I had a game with you, Arsenal fan. I don't think you played like this, though. You played bishop e3. You played a couple games. You played bishop e3. Okay, there was the recent one that you won. King h1. Now, interesting. Bishop g4. Well, what do you think? G5 is always on the menus. Looks like he's trying to play G4. King H7, rook G8. That seems weird. B. I mean, what am I doing? King H8. Okay, fine. Copying you is what I'm doing. It's very deep. I'm like a third grader. If you play King H1, I'll play King H8. Hey, great idea. Yeah. So rook F8 to G8, bishop takes F7. That's not a problem. G5, and then you sack a piece. So how did this help me? G5, knight G5, pawn G5, bishop G5, rook G8. And then what does white play? That's the question. H4, rook G6. Yeah, I think we go for it. Morpheus. I'm not sure how good this is. You know, you don't have to sack piece. 97, that's Arsenal's favorite. Can I really do that there? I've seen you do that before. Too early in the week for that, man. Too early in the day and too early in the week. 97, interesting. Maybe. You like your idea. So, knight H5. Yeah, what is this? Why is this? What is this? Am I allowed to do this? Now what do I do? That's the real problem. This is the real problem. Okay, I play like a king's gambit. Okay. I play like a king's gambit. I'll take with the e pawn. If he takes on f4, I take with the e pawn, and then white has a wonderful center, but at least I have the two bishops, and I'm okay. Yeah, my bishop's pretty crap on b6, but it's not hopeless. I can break it out of jail. Yeah, so g takes, bishop d5 bothers me. Maybe it shouldn't. G takes, bishop d5, knight e7, and I like lose my e pawn. That's tricky. G takes, and e takes was the plan. I like better. And I don't see why not. Maybe I will see light. I know you have a nice center. I appreciate your center. But I can attack it with f5 and c5. And it looks like a King's Indian, sort of. Well, it's not really, because you have c3 and not c4, but still, black has enough counterplay. White also doesn't have, like, knight e3. So, where's he going to maneuver, like, his queen knight? Looks like it's fine for black. King's Gambit. You think the light square bishop is enough to get white equality? No. I think he's going to need something else. Equality. To me, I don't know, you know, I mean, I thought I'm better, but maybe I'm being too optimistic. Queen c2 is an interesting move. Certainly never accepted that. I never expected that. Development. Yeah, I don't know if this is such a hot move. Well, Arsenal put it in my head. It's like if I don't do something, my bishop will be like dead for life. If he has c4. If he takes on c5, do I take with the bishop maybe? Strange as that seems. I think it needs to be considered. Probably bad, but take with the bishop. Something that needs to be considered. Seriously. Okay, step 4 again. Man, woken up, what? From my night job in healthcare. As a werewolf. You consider yourself a member of the healthcare community? There's this guy who plays poker with me. He really has like long hair, longer than me, and looks like, when he doesn't shave, he looks like a werewolf. Always making werewolf jokes. So, excuse me about that. But Stabvargen, you know. Do werewolves qualify for healthcare? You know, status. I mean, are they part of the healthcare industry? Maybe vampires because they drink blood. I'm not sure about werewolves. You know, at some point I really ought to let it rip with G4. It's not really healthy from a pawn structure standpoint. But screw it. It's more to life than pawn structure. If he takes, I take with the pawn. No, probably not. He has takes, bishop f1, and he's Mr. Pawn Structure. He's like a pawn structure god. Arsenal fan is quoting Nigel Short directly now. That's one of those lichess Nigel Short quotes. I mean, I personally don't know if it's overrated or not. You know, I think a lot of people don't give a bleep about pawn structure. So in that sense, it's not overrated. I think by some people it's overrated, by some people it's underrated. I mean, it depends on who you're talking to. There's a lot of people who don't value it enough. But it's an interesting debate anyway. Some people like debating. Yeah, but this dude is Mr. Pawn Structure. Clearly. He is clearly Mr. Pawn Structure. That's going to be a problem. I mean, I don't remember Anonymous really too much about him, to be honest. But this is really getting weird. This is the same? Yeah, this is our old Anonymous player. He used to talk in chat and stuff, no? He lost his Twitch account or something. No, maybe he was there earlier. E5, another perfect move. Pawn structure definitely matters. Another perfect move. Another perfect move. Oh no, you took with the pawn. No way. Now that's strange. That's your first mistake the whole game. Uncharacteristic. Just when you had me beat with like knight takes c5, you played pawn takes. Oh man, he has 94 now. Oh man. Oh. What could possibly go wrong? That was a weird game. I mean, I thought I was in trouble after knight takes e5. Let's see. I mean, around move 24, I'm like drifting now. I don't know what to do. I didn't like what I did to my pawn structure. Yeah, g4 is dubious. There's just no need to do this. It's the second best move. Well, I mean, this was better. Pawn structure is overrated, but dude, this wall of pawns, you know, would be nice. Anyway, it was a pretty good game. I was never in trouble, apparently. So after queen e7, I'm only equal. e5 is a blunder. So I thought he could take with the knight. Oh, alright. Yeah, it's Monday morning. Obviously, I forgot about queen h4 check. Okay. Anyway, what about the opening? Quick check. Blah, 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 h6. h6 is never played. Oh no, it's just never, this position's never played by white. With a rook on e1 is rare. Funny, bishop g5 is the engine's #1 choice. And rook b8, huh? Bishop d7, maybe. Ernesto Inarkiev. Anyway, interesting stuff. I don't know. More questions than answers. Cheesy Noob, are you a subscriber? Anonymous player? Guys, you have to be subscribers to play first. Crystal corn. It's an interesting kind of corn. Crunchy. Creamy cookie, crunchy cookie candy. Blitz. Alright, you have to be a subscriber. Is anyone here a subscriber besides Arsenal fan? An Arsenal fan and Acerbate got in the challenges. European Women's Championship. It's like, what? That's relevant. Alright. No, there are viewers. What's up? I have my average number of viewers here. It has nothing to do with European Women's Championship. Who watches the European Women's Championship coverage? I mean, I could see like World Women's Championship, but European Women's Championship? Like, okay. That's kind of random. South American Women's Championship. Oceanic Women's Championship. Oceanic Women's Championship. Live on, hey, the Oceanic Women's Zonal. We're gonna play Arsenal fan? For those of you who are not subscribers, the Danish Women's Championship. Thanks for the game, anonymous player. Thanks for not being a subscriber, cheesy noob. Are you guys subscribers? If so, you can play first. Hey. Arsenal fan is a subscriber. He's a sperm donor as well. Okay, knight b5, yes. So I play this a lot myself. Let's do the do the what? Like the bishop c5? I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's do the normal thing, huh? Well, the main move here is not that. The main move here is c4, which I've played many times. But bishop f4 is also played. Now, I can play a Kalashnikov of sorts with e5. Sorts. As if I have like Okay, 95 there is a funny move. I think it's been played. But e5 is the normal. I know nothing here theoretically. Well, I mean, I guess the argument is like, do you want to attack e4, a? So if I'm playing knight f6, bishop g5, we're in a Sveshnikov, correct? No, it's still not a Sveshnikov because your knight's not on c3. I don't know. It's all so confusing, this move order stuff. What's up, Tezake? Anna Cramling. Wait, you can have like an Anna Cramling watch party. Another boring day? Oof. Boring? Really? So now it's a Sveshnikov. When is it a Sveshnikov? Knight f6? It's definitely not a Sveshnikov. Knight f6 is not good. a6, knight d5 takes. Bishop e6. Did I screw up? Screw up? Did I screw up here? Don't know. Don't care. Work days. Work. Yeah, I mean, I have a very strange schedule. I've been like a night owl and staying up all hours of the night, so it's just like morning for me. My work is basically like 12 noon to 9 p.m. my work hours, so this is like not too early. I mean, very early. Sorry, whatever, the opposite of whatever I said. 95. Sunday is my tough. Yeah, Sundays. Plus, I had this like really mega long poker session the night before. I think our options are limited here. It's a weird kind of Sveshnikov. If I play a6, that's a big fat waste of time. Yeah, I don't think I played this right. Duh. Another mystery. The mysteries of the chess openings. I mean, the 40 years of playing something like Magnus, Fabi World Championship match. Nah. Something like it, yeah. No, but that was like the mainline 95 Sveshnikov. That's... No, it's similar to the structure, but this is totally not the same position. Yes, it's close, but I'm not certain. It seems like it's probably like wrong for some reason. No, I mean that's a well-established variation, Turkey Farm. This I'm not so sure about. Well, this I'm definitely not sure about for me. But fundamentally, the idea is similar. Okay, I don't like my position though. Really, it looks like white has to be better. I don't have a light square bishop. Have you seen my light square bishop? Have you seen my queen knight? And my light square bishop? Hey, it's like a Benoni. Who needs a stinking light square bishop? Well, it depends. You know, I might need it later. And it won't be there when I need it. My queen also has tons of squares to go to. His arsenal very positional. He's a very positional way about him. Okay, I say we go for like a dark square bind. The light square bind is not really happening here. I'm not so sure about this dark square bind idea either. Okay. Okay. My queen has no squares. I have no space. I'm hyperventilating. Our white has a really good position. I mean, I like white tons here. Still, it's not easy for him to make progress, but white's definitely better. There's no argument like that against that. Now, white could screw it up very, very easily and be not better or worse like that. F4. I'm not sure about F4. It's the most direct move, but not necessarily best. And not necessarily even good, but okay. Who knows? Alright. Can't play much more passive than this. Taking. Bishop takes, queen check, takes on b2. Bling! Rengar. Have you had nightmares about playing the Spanish Arsenal fan? I just have nightmares about Arsenal fan in general. To answer your question, I have nightmares of meeting him in a pub or something like that. They're not necessarily like chess related. Cheesy noob Arsenal fan. No, sorry, Asterbane. Here we go. I'm playing the. Well, luckily I have some Scheveningen practice, so we're in Scheveningen mode here. There's a pawn on c4 though. Hello, Mr. Knight. How are you? Where are you going? Seriously? Arsenal fan, I will say, like, as much as I love him, he's not exactly like Mr. Subtle, you know? But that's the nature of his game. Masturbate next. That's right, subscribers next. My daughter has this really bad cold. I hope I don't get it. There's a lot of allergies here, though. Really high pollen count. So this is the Ribley pawn structure. I've been playing this game again since like the late 80s. And I mean, this is what you want. You have like pawns on light squares. No light square bishop. But you like say, okay, white's light square bishop is kind of bad. Now he's going for a trash compactor on the queen side with the classic c4, c5. But I mean, what I mean is, where's your rook? Richie Rook. My first thought was that this move is like just chasing his rook. But I think it's useful. There's no rook c1. His rook has no great squares. My bishop's active. It's all good. I see. So I was thinking maybe Acerbate next. Sun Prism. Oh. Interesting. Thank you, Godfather, for an offer I can refuse. A little bit, scary. I got to admit, like, it's a nice semi-bluff you got there. I could take it, but I'm not that in a hurry to take it. I take it or leave it, basically. With that rook, my bishop is such a good piece that I'm not that enthusiastic about winning the exchange here. Bangtown, California with 5 gift subs. Going to Crystal Corn, Baradona, Will BB, Ensign Kim, and Eve Singularity. Okay, put your rooks on the diagonal and take things. That's what they say. I could take and play like G5, weakening my kingside fatally. Thank you for the gift subs. Yeah, I mean, now I'm guaranteed to win the exchange. Thanks, Bangtown. Baradona, thanks you for the gift sub. Now I have 2 rooks to choose from. Well, not really choose from, but I'm guaranteed to get a rook from my bishop. So now he's like playing h4. Okay. So maybe I should take a pawn instead of a rook. How about that? I'd rather have the pawn, honestly. Now he's like insisting on sacking the exchange. I don't think so. He's on like rage tilt or something. F2, correct. But we're not clearly threatening anything. H5 maybe. H5, H4. Driving knight to H1. I like this move for you. Rook C3. It's a nice idea. Oh, now you have bishop E3? No, you don't. No, you don't. Queen B1. Yeah, he's toast. Seriously in trouble here. That was to play 94, I guess. Scary thing is, like, no matter how bad his position is, he always has to have more time. Time is very important to Arsenal fan. Okay, F3, bishop takes F3, knight F3. Not necessary just yet. Reminds me of a King's Indian. Bangtown, thanks for the gift subs. Bangtown, California. Scary thing for us is no matter how much we improve, it doesn't change our fate versus me. Turkey Farm, I mean, we haven't seen you in forever. Arsenal improved a lot, but Arsenal is a special case, okay? He's very blitz oriented, at least on these games. Now, I think his tournament game is different from his online. I mean, I'm assuming his tournament game is different than his what we see here. Then his what you see here, check. Now it's 2 bishops. You have less time than me. He's improved a lot, but that doesn't mean that he shows it. But Turkey Farm, we haven't seen you. So have you improved? It also depends on what you're talking about. You know, online blitz or like real world chess. Well, I figured you took some time off. We haven't seen you. Yeah. Well, it's hard to improve when you take some time off. Arsenal doesn't like being in time pressure. But who does? Finally got depressed. So I want to see the opening. He's not going to be happy camera, but anyway. Yeah, so c4 is the main move. This bishop f4, there's a Geller game I went over recently where Black played knight e5, not e5, and Geller was white and he won this game against somebody. I can't remember who it was now. Knight e5 isn't like overtly refuted by anything. Yeah, my opening was bad. See, Ivanchuk played it. It doesn't make it good. Kovalenko. But where did it become bad? So bishop e6 is dubious. Okay. No, but I had this fear of knight f6, bishop g5. I didn't understand. Knight f6, bishop g5, a6. Bishop takes f6. I just didn't understand this. This is Leko Ivanchuk. I mean, it's like I'm playing the Sveshnikov with my bishop on e7. I thought this must be bad for me, but apparently it's not. So the point is, you don't do b5 with the bad Sveshnikov. You don't do b5 at all. I probably had this position with white before. You play f5, and it's okay for black. Okay. So Leko Ivanchuk 1999. What's funny is like how infrequently this has ever been encountered, you know? No, it's not a Sveshnikov, dude. My bishop's on e7. My bishop doesn't go to e7 in a Sveshnikov. Unless I'm guaranteed to be able to take with the bishop. If I can take with the bishop, it's fine, but I'm hanging my d6 pawn. So you've had positions like this against me yourself. If I play b5, I have a bad position here. I think it's dubious. Wow, d5 is possible. Interesting. So I don't know. I never played this line with black, but so my innovation with bishop e6 is Wow, Kudrin played this in a 1995 game. Why would Kudrin do that? That's so weird. Someone actually played knight takes a7. What? What? Oh, it's a very early Maxime Lagarde game. Maxime Lagarde, 2200, and hung his like 2 pieces for a rook there. Deep. So c4. I don't know, Kudrin Sergey is a guy I know, and he's a very strong player, and he's an expert in the openings. It's absolutely mystifying to me, and the Sicilian especially. How could Kudrin, like, get this position in 1995, basically at his pinnacle of his career? Walter Whitman with the white pieces. Alright, so knight f6, bishop e2, castle. Castle, you're playing like Walter, which is good. But I think f4 is feeling like a mistake to me, because inherently your advantage is on the queen side arsenal. So I think this is the main moment, you know. Surprisingly, there's 3 games here where no one won with white. Well, maybe not surprising. White's better, but it's hard to win. So see, like b4 is probably the Vuldis Kudrin game. What do you mean you wanted to punish me? Punish me for what, dude? A bad stepchild or something? Punish me. Damn, do you have a lot of inner anger? It's a bad opening. Well, I mean, dude, I could have played the St. George or something. It's not that bad. White's better by 0.9. I played, like, you know, 2 Grandmasters had this position with black. Zapata and Kudrin, so I'm not in such bad company. I'll call Alonso and Sergey, and we'll come for punishment together. But f4, you know, it's a strategic mistake, and you still have an advantage after that, but a very small one. All right, Asterbait, you're up. Get out the paddle and punish me. All right. I don't know. Do I get white? Putting the horse before the cart, as they say. But I think it's like, just play the best moves. D5. I think you let your emotions get too much hold of you. So do I. But I'm trying to work on it, you know. I mean, that's like what I'm talking about with the optimism all the time. You're talking about punishing me is a lot of stuff I do. I mean, I can see this in myself. It's an emotional approach to the game. All right, Astrid, we went over this. Mr. Coffee's here. Does astrobate, let's check his memory. Memory reflexes. He's going with the cramped approach. I told him yesterday that, not yesterday, alright, it was like Thursday. Last week, anyway. I told astrobate to play b5, but he's already, like, forgotten. Now it's a little late. Arsenal also knows this position. No, I mean, the move is a move. Like, knight d7 is a move, too. I lost against this once. But fundamentally, b5 is probably the best. On the downside, b5 allows a reasonable amount of simplification. So, I mean, some people might actually avoid b5 because it's too equal, or a draw. Or b8. Now what? Bishop f4, queen e7, rook e1, or queen d2, which is better. Queen c7. Queen is less movable, but he does support c4. The queen is in the coffin on c7. C is for coffin. Hey, maybe there's going to be a Salem's Lot remake. Speaking of vampires and coffins and queens in the coffin. Now, this is always a very important moment. I think that this is a bad move by black, but it doesn't make it simple. I should consider all my options here, including bishop e2. If I take on e5, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I had this exact position against astrobate or someone else. It's straight out of Jeremy Silman. So, now, where do you go? I hate the London, and this is a crap square. I've had virtually the same position before. Will he play rook e8? Knight e8, knight e8, knight d6. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's a blockading. Yeah, the best plan. Wow, does this work? Really? I don't know if this is a good idea for black. But it's interesting. No, that could be a very good move. Okay, I can play d6. d6, queen c6. d6, queen d6. Okay. Bishop f1. 3 plausible squares for my bishop, but I think c2 a little dangerous with those pawns coming down. Maybe bishop e2, just stopping knight e8. I mean knight h5, your other knight e8. Yeah, this is a terrible move. Rook d8 is terrible. It's the worst move on the board. So he's just letting me set this up now. Yeah, as was pointed out, I mean, the right plan is knight e8, knight d6 blockading. Rook d8 is particularly bad. This is insane. I guess I should take with the bishop, but now it doesn't matter. Black is materially lost. Is that a thing? Materially lost. Black is materially lost. Okay, I mean, he has some practical chances. Another pawn bite stuff. So it's just an exchange and a pawn, no big deal. Now if that queen were in the right place, maybe you would have a kingside attack brewing. The Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers. Masturbates, not a chess scientist. Aside from lichess, do you also play another chess website? No. There is no other good chess website. I mean, playing sites. Masturbates totally out of his mind. I don't want to take with the queen takes. Yeah. No, I don't like other chess sites. Alright. Fast and Furious. Hey, how about B3? Secure, contain, protect. I wouldn't mind sacking the exchange. If G4, knight F4, pawn takes, knight takes check, king H2. Hey, is that important? Oh, you took the bishop. What are you doing, man? Nah, he's not serious. He's not serious. You're not serious today. Knight F4. I wanted to sacrifice an exchange. Oh, shit. I love it when we talk football here, because I don't know anything. Baseball. I'm 5 years out of the United States now. I've lost track of any sports at all. I used to follow American football and baseball. Now it's like nothing. Inter Miami. I expected that, actually. One move threat. How's your bishop on G7? He's the Lionel Messi of this position. Chessy Noob is not a subscriber, but you can always gift him a gift sub. Thanks to Bangtown for the gift subs today. Getting it started for a good week. I'm going to be streaming for about another hour, maybe. Looks like. We started a little bit late today. Alright, Asabi, you're running out of time. Oh, it was 5-5. Asabi challenged me to the wrong time control. I wondered why the time went so fast here in this game. Anything but queen g5, basically. He should be above the rules. Above the rules, right? Good. I like that. It's like Donald Trump. What, now he takes the material. But all my pieces are defended. Everything's defended. Rook's defended, queen's defended, knight, bishop, pawns, everything. Even h3 is defended. You're down a knight. Game over. But I mean, the thing is, I didn't know it was 5 minutes. I thought it was 7 + 5. So there's like 2 minutes that are missing. It's like I was abducted by aliens. 2 minutes are missing. Missing time. It's like, oh! Queen a5, look out! That's a scary move, honestly, to face queen a5. I could have played knight g5, but it wasn't clear what the next move is. Now it's clear. Is it? Focus on f2. g6 is on. So what's the best move here for white? Is queen b7. Yeah, that's annoying. Serious? Whatever. Yesterday I had rook and bishop versus rook ending in my simul, which was fun. But I never realized how hard it is to like push someone to the side of the board in less than 50 moves. Alright, so Cheesy Noob Blitz, but Sun Prism is a subscriber. So we're going to take that challenge first. Masturbate is the law. I hate corded mouses. God damn it. Yeah, they actually sell these like stupid things that like are like mouse cord holders. Can't believe that exists in 21st century. A mouse cord holder. Why do like wireless mouses suck so bad, first of all? Oh, I didn't realize I was physically musing Panda. You saw that? He was like getting whipped by the mouse cord. That was unintentional. I'm not like the governor of South Dakota, you know. I abuse my pets and like murder them and shoot them in the face and stuff. And psychopath. Yeah. Panda, I'm sorry. That was an accident. So it's a King's Old Indian attack. It's the Old Indian attack. Exciting. I like, it's like the Kraken. You're playing the Kraken with white. Nothing wrong with that, the Old Indian with white. Already recovered from yesterday's extra long time. Who, me? No. I mean, I was already like in bad shape from poker. Honestly. No, I mean, I had to drink some wine to like go to sleep last night. I was so wired. But it's not just from the simul. I have very bad hours that are making it hard for me to like. It's like I'm functioning as if I have like jet lag, and yeah, it was always hard for me to adjust to chilling out after simuls. But yeah, yesterday was extra hard. So I didn't think I was gonna wake up today. I got to sleep around 4 a.m. I have the feeling like Sun Prism is related to Arsenal Fan. It's really his like cousin or something. You guys are cousins, right? They play at the same chess club. We are both from the UK. What makes you say that? You both play fast. You're both from the UK. You both play on my stream. I mean, you have a similar sort of fast, practical approach. Stylistically different. I mean, I'm not saying your chess style is the same. The openings are different. What makes you say that? I'm gonna punish you. I'm literally dying inside. 4 hours is honestly, oh dude, I know. It's totally not. See you Thursday. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Slow. No, I mean the same pace. Pacing. You're the same pace, you and Sun Prism. Both UKians. The Kingdomers. I just realized that, you know, how weird it is thinking about like the world in modern terms. You live in a kingdom. You ever think about that? How weird that is? I never thought about it till the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. You guys live in a freaking kingdom. We live in a kingdom too in Hungary. The kingdom of Orban. But it's not officially a kingdom. Yeah, technically even Canada is a kingdom. But I mean, what is its title? Royal. Yeah, Canada, the Royal Mounted Police, right? I mean, do you guys have like royal public toilets? The royal toilet. So how do we play this type of position? Good freaking question. I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, really? You want to do this? This is insane. Did he give you a trough to piss in? Wow. The Proly. Well, at least you have a pot to piss in. I was thinking about what to play, and then finally I came up with f5, which is kind of aggressive. But I realized that his knight, the knight on g3 is a little awkward, no? You don't really want your knight going to h1. Yesterday, very similar game with him where I had the bishops. And he has h5 available. Oh, I see. So if f4 you want to play, you're going to play knight h5? You wouldn't do that. Well, no. I mean, I'm having hallucinations now. Initially, see, like yesterday's game was some Prism where I had 2 bishops against bishop and knight. Or no, it was 2 bishops against 2 knights again. But knight on h1 is not really going to be a happy camper here. As white reaches and puts his knight on h1. And for some reason I just like black better here. I don't know what it is. Something about that knight on h1. Just not really sure. Something about, yeah. Knights on h1. As much as, you know, Emery would like it, Frank Marshall-ish theme here. But okay, it's not that simple. I'm not sure about rook f6 either. He has one bad piece. But that may not be enough to loseth the game. c4 was not, let's just say that c4 was not what we expected. Not what I would have done. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Alright. That doesn't mean it's a bad move, though. Oh. Yeah, okay. I see. So I was thinking rook h6, but, you know, then rook g6. Rook g6, bishop d3. That would be sort of stupid, you know, for me to set that up for him. So rook h6, attacking the h2 pawn, that doesn't do anything. But rook h6 might be a good square in general. Other options. There are other options here, like controlling the center, being patient. Damn. I don't know. This knight b5 was weird. Bishop g4. I don't know. I don't know. He's 5 minutes to 1. See, that's why I make the comparison with you, Arsenal fan. It takes a certain type of personality to play in that way. You're making concrete decisions very quickly, regardless, of the consequences. I'm held back by this sense of, what if I'm making a mistake, and I have to keep you're not even close to the extreme. Yeah, I guess. But the people that are that close to the extreme, I probably don't even play them. No, this is my field of interest now, styles and approaching analyzing stylistic approaches to game play. I find it very interesting. That pawn isn't required reading, is it? A goddamn time, bro. It's all I can say is that white is playing it's very fast time control, basically. I tried, to get through, but it doesn't matter, man. Nobody listens to me. The addiction is too strong. I feel like I'm a substance abuse counselor or something. Seriously. It must be. It's always easier to defend when you're up a piece. It must be a really brutally difficult job, honestly. The earn command. Can you imagine Sun Prism on Christmas Eve? When it's time to open the presents or whatever? Exclaim bullet. I know. How fast he runs downstairs to see what's under the Christmas tree or whatever. Jesus Christ. No way. I wanted to play b5. This is just, it's giving me flashbacks to yesterday's game. The exact... Oh no. I brought up the Christmas thing. I'm sorry. Let's talk about something else, like Taylor Swift or something. I didn't mean to bring up Christmas. Yeah, that's sick, man. That's really sick. I don't understand. Taylor Swift plays chess? I don't understand. Well, it's in a lyric. There's a reference to that chess opening. The lyric was about not playing to London anymore. It's pretty funny. She probably watches my stream. But there was a chess reference, right? Mr. Coffee is like... Wait, Taylor Swift seriously watches my stream? Wow. Well, at least you have some time to think about this endgame. You gotta give people a break on Monday morning, though. I'm not gonna judge him too hard. Very similar to the dynamic from yesterday's game in the simul, where I went from like winning endgame to lost in a couple of moves. Now, we got to this critical position where I played f5. It's the best move. And what's interesting is, in this position, I got to give myself a little bit of credit. You know, it's not a hard move to find, but I'm serious. f5 is the only move that gives black an advantage in this position. Sladgy took his time. Watch this. Dude, I spent a minute on this move. But I would, if you said to me like black only has one move in this position to gain an advantage, I don't know, I might have been a little... I wouldn't think that if I don't play f5 I'm worse, and that's what the engine says. That's hard to believe, but I guess it is what it is. If I don't play... I spent 2 minutes. No, you're exaggerating that I spent 2 minutes on d6 and Archangels. Okay, it was like 48 seconds or something. But I don't believe I spent 2 minutes on d6 and the Archangels. I probably spent like 45 seconds on it. For some reason I was just eating. Like you. when, what was it we said earlier? Anyway, this is just fun. You know, I missed f5 on the previous move. Dude, Botvinnik would be like game over here. This is just like straight out of Lipnitsky. I mean, this position is toast for white. Alright, so now we got through the subscribers. We're to Cheesy Noob. Well, I mean, that's why I put my knight on e7. The entire point is to not block my f-pawn. And I'm thinking about, like, playing g5. And then it occurred to me, like, oh my god, I have to play f5. Another Chuffy badge coming out of the drawer for you. Oh no, how can I be an IM? I get that all the time. And I still don't know, you know. To be honest with you, Riri, I don't know how they gave me the title and how they don't take it away. So I can't really, I hate FIDE and I suck, so I don't know. Alright. Once in a while I find some good moves. I do think I'm a little underrated. You've been playing for X years and Y rating on website Z. Right. I was a 2500. Oh no. You should change your name to I was the 2500. The first name can be I was the, and your second name can be 2500, like spelled out or something like that. You can change your name legally. Like in the United States, you can change it to I was the, and then 2500. Is that legal? Can I do that? Because that is more annoying than your first question. Yeah, Cheesy Noob has some obsessive tendencies. Wow. Can we ban it? I'm just gonna ban him now. You know, like, you know when you get this feeling like things are only gonna get worse from here on out? And this will save us all a lot of pain and suffering later on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for your benefit, so I don't torment you. I'm going to ban you now. This is for your own good. I was the 2500. Let me ask you a question. Are you proud that you were 2500? The problem is they won't even understand what just happened. It's just totally lost on them. The kind of sad part about it, right? It's lost on most of us. I don't know, man. Cheesy Noob is a sick, very sick puppy. I know I seem like a jerk, right? But really, there's a method to my madness. I've been doing this for so long, I can recognize the people I'm going to ban 2 weeks from now. But in the interim, they're just going to be like annoying me for like 2 weeks, and finally I'm going to ban them. Just ban them right away and get it over with, you know, and save us the, save us the trouble. of really like being like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna end up banning this guy. I've been here before, you know. He made several entries yesterday into playing you, entreaties. He made several entries. If you're that proud of being 2,500 online rating or whatever, dude, you generally get it wrong more than you get it right. You have a cluster bomb. Well, you know, I ban basically like you play chess. It's totally based on intuition. There's nothing scientific about it. My banning is not based on calculation. Man, Cheesy Noob is a sick puppy. He plays like really sick looking openings and makes it work somehow. You know, I don't know how it even makes sense. He's also extremely fast, I think. But also not really calc based. Some of the squares on the e-file, you think? Which squares would you, like this area here? You don't, and the odd thing is like he likes knights, so you'd think he would appreciate Nimzovich a little bit. He should appreciate, at least. It took me a while to appreciate Nimzovich. And I really learned Nimzovich. It was like shoved down my throat by other players who not shoved down my throat. Okay, I shouldn't say it like that, but I learned Nimzovich from other players. I mean, ultimately, should I develop? Maybe. Yeah, I agree. I mean, strategically, it's the e-file. It's a good call. I mean, that's where he's in trouble. But not just the e-file. I mean, the general king situation, the f7, the diagonal here. But you know, it could go south for me too. Yeah, this looks very good for white until it doesn't. Also, my bishop on b3, speaking of Nimzovich, is has an expiry date. There are certain points in the position that can actually still go wrong, huh? Knight h5. Damn, I don't know about this. Alright. But I know one thing, you take his knights. Take away his knights. As he puts the knight in take. Literally saying this. That's gotta be calculation based. Christ. Yeah, there's something really bizarre about Cheesy Noob. It's very hard to understand. Can anyone figure it out? How anyone can play like this? The Rubinstein book? Rubinstein book? You've been enjoying the Rubinstein book. Yeah, the Simon last night was interesting. I played some good games and some sloppy ones. I was pretty focused. Sorry, Rengal. I'm not sure what book we're talking about. Hey, Arsenal. Nice knowing you. Have a nice life. Knight e4. How's my d4 pawn? Good? Healthy? I don't know, man. I think I ought to consider knight e2. But first off, speaking of the e-file, he's crazy with the f5. Played the check Benoni on the king side yesterday. Well, I have no qualms about a queen exchange, but I mean, theoretically, I'm probably better off not trading queens. Still, the time situation being as it is, I don't mind. Now this is an interesting possibility here, sacking, but this is hanging. Shit. Yeah. That's important. Just in time. Nuzovich had this game in his book. Not his book. Chernev. Or, no, it was I.A. Horowitz. Book on Nimzovich's games, which was like literally one of the first like 4 chess books I ever bought, which sat on my shelf for like 2 years before I really started to appreciate it. C4. We need to take that. God, he has 93. I say it's not calculation based, but the C4. When am I getting in C4? Where? Where and when? How? Jesus Christ. Got nothing. This guy, he equalizes out of nowhere. You know what I mean? This is what happens every time. Speaking of computers, it feels like you're playing a computer. Kind of. He could be. I thought he was a computer for sure in the first year when I played him. This guy's got to be cheating with an engine. His style is so weird, and you're like, oh my god, I like banned him. Slowly it dawned on me that, well, I thought I was wrong. But still, playing him, it's such a strange experience. Every single time, you like going to some psychiatric ward and playing chess. You just don't have any kind of idea what the opponent's going to do. What? Okay, this is a straight up blunder. That's that. I was going to sack on d5 anyway, you know, even if you weren't hanging your knight on e5. Okay, he does blunder, but not so much in simuls. In Blitz Rapid, he will blunder. This is not common, though. G5 was a really, really bad blunder. Loses the game. But he had basically, like, pretty much equalized there before this blunder. Maybe even has some sort of defense here. I mean, this was the plan forever, to sack on d5 and try to do that diagonal. Do the do. Do the roar. Do the roar, Sludgy. Alright. Check. Oh man. Do I really want to do that? 138 left. Dude, it has a good pawn structure. But alright, stop being afraid of ghosts. Rook c8 instantaneously. Not the best move. An impulsive decision. Damn, do you see this? Black went from minus like 1.5 to equal. Playing the worst opening I ever saw. Imagine if Arsenal fan lost my position. Would he throw his laptop out the window? This is so bad. This is so bad for black. Astrobeat, gifted tier 1 sub to Rengao. Cat food commercials. I watch a lot of cat food commercials. So amazingly, he never really crosses like the -1. Let's see the -1 point. He was at -1.5 when that knight got kicked back to a6. But somewhere it goes wrong. I expected knight h5 now. But yeah, you pointed out the weakness of these squares, and it never really quite fully like evaporated. Just about equalized. Not quite. 92. He's at 0.5. Just on the verge of equalizing. Half a pawn. He just wanted this too much. So I saw c4, but I didn't like 93. Oh my god, I can take on d5. That must be what it is. I can play c4, it's thematic. And this is what I was trying to get to during the game. There was this early Nimzovich game where he played some other guy in Latvia when he was young. I can't remember, but it was a Latvian gambit. Nimzovich is from today's Latvia. And then there was some way he played bishop c4, got hit by the pawn, brought it back to b3, and then broke with c4. It was a really early and beautiful illustration of really Nimzovichian play. I mean, I'm undermining your center. I'm letting you establish center and then attacking it. It's freaking hypermodernism in its most beautiful, really. This is hypermodernism in its most beautiful form, and it allows 93. So I rejected it, but I missed. It looks like I missed this probably. I can sack a rook. After knight takes d1, pawn takes c6. I guess. I have so much stuff here that I rejected this variation. I mean I didn't like continue the line, so I didn't play c4. I took. Yeah, and then g5 blunders. He's so close to equalizing. All right. Anyway, one last game. Shocky. Last game for today. Then I got to go. It was nice knowing you. Have a great week. Viva la Nimzovich. If Shocky's not here, then I'm out anyway. I can't play Sicilian. I don't want to win Gambit. Please no wing gambit. No, that's just... Yeah. Okay. Asri, thanks for the gift sub. On behalf of Rangawi. Benga87. Rango. So bishop c5 or b5. Bishop c5 takes. Doubly delayed exchange variation. Takes. Check here. Takes. I could do this, right? The dirtle? No, that's not a dirtle. What is a dirtle? A dirty turtle. Dirtle. Panda tournament tomorrow. Oh, you know what I've been thinking? Thinking is always bad, but especially when it's your wife. You know what I've been thinking? That to encourage, new participants to join our team, I really ought to open up the tournaments once a month or something. Like have an open. I mean, you're going to get people cheating and stuff, but I feel like it's still probably worth having an open house tournament. To attract new viewers to participate in our team. What do you guys think? I mean, do you want to be exclusive, isolationist, or do we take a more liberal stance and play like an open arena? I don't know. It's just an idea. Lately, the tournaments have been a little bit too lowly. The attendance has been too low. I feel like hasn't been competitive. There was a while when we had a lot of good players, but lately not so much. As long as the risks are known, the risks are great, Mr. Coffee. The risks are that someone has a meltdown. Someone has a meltdown because someone cheated. You have this move. In this position. Okay, I don't know. For something new and totally different. We get the old trolls coming back. So I was thinking bishop d6. Obviously, I don't know the theory here. There's taking in queen e7. Bishop d6 takes f4. Takes. I kind of like that. I like that. Why do I like this? And why is this okay? Oh man, Mr. Fancy. It's Michael Adams. Well, Michael Adams plays black here. This is an idea in the normal line without a6. I don't know if this is a thing here or not. I always thought, honestly, it looks a little over the top. My feeling the last time I looked at this was that it felt like white's just kind of overextending themselves without really getting anything in return. There was a game at the World Senior in this sort of line. And the interpolation of a6 and bishop a4, I feel like it's favorable to black. It should be more favorable to black. a6 is a pretty useful move, and it's not that weakening. Bishop a4 doesn't, it doesn't really hurt or help white that much. Just feels like a beneficial to black type of move. I'll think about it. Anyway, tournament tomorrow night. We'll set it up tonight. We have to advertise it, though. No matter what, I have to advertise it better. So, no more challenges. I gotta go. Off to work. What did the Smurfs used to sing when they went to work or whatever? I'm thinking of the Seven Dwarfs, whatever. Smurfs didn't sing on the way to work. Whistle White. Okay, something with Smurfs. Snow White. Disney. That's, literally the first movie I ever saw in a movie theater when I was like 3 years old. I think we went to see Snow White. The original Disney. I literally just remember the idea of going to see Snow White. I don't remember like being in the theater and seeing it. Being told like I went to Snow White. I had forgotten that. Early memories. It's so interesting. I am not up a piece. Now, I could interpose my knight on e7 if there's a check. b5 only helps white here. So I must castle. Now, there's an interesting question about that knight, About that knight. There's a lot of openings where it gets attacked. It's sitting on e5, and you have an option to retreat back to either g6 or c6. I mean, on c6 it would have more influence on the center, but also can be attacked by d5. On g6 it always feels like it's just a target and it's like badly placed. Well, I think it returns here. The more I look at this position, the less I like it. Seriously, like, what happens if he plays f5? f5, 97. Knight d5 there. I mean, maybe it's not that different. Well, it's different because he's threatening to do f5. I guess this bishop is pretty out of play. Pretty. It's a pretty bishop. Out of play. Alright. Well. I don't know about this position. Looks shaky. The only good thing about my position is his bishop on a4. That's a very temporary advantage for me, if it's an advantage at all. Now a6 turns out to be useless for black. Possibly damaging, because I have no control over the dark squares. What good does a6 does? Nothing. c6 is a stupid move. What am I supposed to play instead of c6? b5? Yeah. I'm an idiot. I'm probably an idiot. I mean, I should have played b5, and on bishop b3 I can play bishop b7. But I was afraid of f5. And I might be right to be afraid of that. Well, I don't think that black equalized in this game. It's safe to say is it? Safe to say the black did not equalize in this game. And I don't know how to play the black side of this opening. Gift him a tier 3 sub. Nobody does tier 3 anymore. Sir Coffee, are you tier 2? Tier 2. Yeah, we used to have a tier 3 sub, but I don't know what happened to him. His iPad won't let him subscribe to tier 3 anymore. I think his parental controls locked him out of tier 3. Alright, so the choices are many. The needs of the many. But I mean, I played d6 so I wouldn't lose total control of the dark squares. And we're just clinging to life. Man, bishop takes f5 would be good if I could have played it, but I don't think that works. I lose a piece. It goes without saying that bishop takes f5, g4 loses a piece. Therefore, d6, and then the knight has two possible squares, let's call them. I might be able to take an f5 with the knight and then meet g4 with knight g6, but that's gone now. This gets interesting. Now g5 is a very serious threat. The temptation is to play whatever, queen h4. h6 maybe, h6, queen e1, 6 queen e1, my god. Alright, h6. Clinging to life, can you get me a pulse on black's position? We need an EMT in here. I really wanted to play queen h4. Queen h4. Someone say queen h4. I don't know if we have time for this, boys and girls. My knight only has one square. My queen is going to get trapped soon. What happened to the Asser mate? You had queen d3, queen h7. Oh, you want to play that? c4. I didn't realize. That might be asking a little bit too much from the position. Uh-oh. That was the wrong rook. Oh, man. Did the wrong rook. I guess worse things could happen than losing the exchange in such position. Yeah, what's that? What is that? Just happened there? Haha. Draw. Alright. Yeah, I'm happy. Wow, I escaped. You're happy, I'm happy. I was in deep shit, man. That felt lost. I was lost, for sure. I don't want to see the analysis engine. I know you don't have time. Well, I don't know if I'm lost in the final position, but I was definitely lost at some point. I was definitely lost. No, I mean, it may be like now you have to take the draw, but I think you were winning earlier. Anyway, very bad opening by me. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go. Have a great one. Tournament Tuesday. Nice to see you, Turkey Farm. Masturbate, all of you. Great stream. I'll see you tomorrow night for Tournament Tuesday. Bye-bye.